Okay, so today I'm going to install Windows 11 Enterprise LTSC. Now the reason for that is I failed to install Linux on my laptop. Well, I installed it, but it kept freezing. So I've tried different distros on there, but it kept freezing. So I've deduced that it's the Vega graphics on that laptop does not want to play nice with Linux. So I just gave up on that after months of trying different distros. Fedora, Arch, Mint, it's different distros. It's not the distro's fault. I think it's just an underlying Linux problem with that specific driver. So I'm back on 11. I'm back on Windows 11, but I've decided to, if I have to install Windows, I'm gonna go for Enterprise, which is much lighter in resources and it's de-bloated. So yeah, so let's just quickly install it, get installation underway. So obviously just download. I'll have a link in the description for this. And yeah, I have a legit key for it. I bought a key. So yeah, it's all good. So this is a VM, but I've got it the same setup on my laptop. So once you boot up, all right, so let's get this show on the road. So once it boots up, obviously just next, use keyboard. It says install Windows 11. I agree. Yo, this mouse is slow. Windows VM. Right, that should be fine. Let's say next. It says enter product key, so I don't have a key now. Let's see what happens if I say I don't have a key now. It should still install. Right, Enterprise LTSC IoT is for Internet of Things devices like kiosks and what can I say, bank tellers. What do you call those machines outside? Anyway, it's for very light operation, very stripped down. So I just went for LTSC. It's light enough. Yeah, so let's choose that one. Accept. So I did disconnect the internet to this VM. So if it asks me to create a Microsoft account, which it shouldn't for Enterprise, then I should be able to bypass that by creating a local account. So I'm just going to use the full 80 gigs for this VM. Alright, that keep nothing, yes, install. Good, so we'll come back when it's done. Right, so United States, yes. Oop, yes. Let's see what it will. Keyboard, United States. What is this? Skip that. So if you do this with Rufus, which most people will because they will install it on their computers, then you can set it up in Rufus to skip all the steps, which is great. I did that and I just started the installation, and when I came back, I was in the desktop. So yeah. Okay, so here you say I don't have internet. Okay, couldn't find a connection. I'm just going to use this. I'm just gonna type in your name there. Oh, is the keyboard not working now? Oh, come on. Seriously? Oh, there it goes. It's just a bit slow. Ooh. Password, next. And then there's annoying security questions that you can't bypass, except if you use Rufus. Ugh, this is so stupid. I'll just put in garbage there. Okay. Alright, so just disable all this. So in Rufus, this will all be disabled, skipped, which is so cool. Your mouse, so what's wrong with the mouse? Let's go, let's go. Okay, so it's gonna set up things now, so we'll come back and sort that out. Okay, it's all booted up and installed. So this is Enterprise, and yeah, pretty light. So let's just get to it. So go to PowerShell, go PowerShell, run as admin. So let's get Winget installed. Okay, so let's install Winget. Put that PowerShell script in there, or the file, my script file, and run it. So you have to use the bypass execution policy to just bypass the block once. So if you close this, it will reinitiate the block again. So the bypass is just there by default on Enterprise to block all scripts from running, and that bypasses it just for this purpose. Yeah, and now it will download all the dependencies and all the stuff that it needs to install on Winget, to get Winget to install. And that's it. So we'll come back when this is done. Right, so let's see if Winget installed fine. So just type in winget-v and it should show the version number there. So it's definitely installed, yeah. So yeah, that's how you install Winget on Windows Enterprise, Windows 11 Enterprise LTSC. Good.